Yes, I'm waiting for my audience. I'm sorry I've been so late coming because my internet has been giving me a bit of a problem. Hopefully it's resolved now. So let's see who will join me. Good. Hello, Stella. Can you type in yes if you can hear me? Stella, can you hear me? Type in yes if you can hear me. Good, good. That's lovely. At least. That's lovely. Good, good. So you can hear me now. Lovely. I'm happy. Last week I had the same problems. There was no audio. I guess I had to update some of my stuff. I've been ignoring it, and I just realized why it's necessary to update them sometimes. When it's showing updates me, you might as well just press the update button and do it. Good, you're hearing me, Stella. I'll wait for one more person or two, and I'll start. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for sharing. I'll just wait a little, Stella, okay? Let me play my favorite music. Okay, so the Nigerian church in the diaspora, the Nigerian churches or the African churches outside Nigeria, how effective are we? That's a big debate. I've been in Ireland for 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. Hello, Princess Aye. I've been in Ireland for 15 years. I've been going to a Nigerian church for 15 years. 15 years. How effective are we? I remember the story when I came to this country 15 years ago. I got a job. The job was not the kind of job I wanted. So I decided to, I'm fine, thanks. I decided to go back to college. So I had loads of responsibilities. I was in college, expensive because I didn't have, I was not an indigenous of this place. So my college fees, my tuition fee were expensive. I had the rent to pay. I had to take care of myself. I had so much responsibilities, but I had little income coming in. So every month, at the end of the month, I will not, everything was so hard, things were tight. I was really struggling to make ends meet. That was when I realized that I had to bring out all my cooking skills because I love cooking before. I started cooking for parties, I started baking, I started making loads of beautiful meat pies and sausage rolls and everything that my hands could find just to make sure that I have extra money, to put together with my salary and everything to make sure that I'm able. Yeah, that's good. The tuition was €7,441 then per annum. per year. Yes, she went to college with me at the same time. Yeah, so I had to do all that, and at the same time I had to pay my rent of $950. I had to take care of the bills. I had to take care of myself, my daughter. It was hard. It was hard. Okay, so from those money I will make, I will squeeze out the money for my tithe. I'll squeeze out the money for my tithe. Sometimes I've not been able, my rent is hard to pay. I've not been able to pay my fees in school. Sometimes they'll even block my internet access in school just because I've not completed my fees. But yeah, I'll squeeze out the money and I'll pay my tithe. And I was not able. My mom is a widow. She took care of us, brought us up, gave us her best, sent us to university and everything. I was not able to give her money. I was not able to give her money, and I will every month end I will squeeze out. I'm not able to do a lot of things, but I will just send the money to God. I'll pay the tithe to God. In hindsight, now, I think, thinking back now, I just realized that my mother was a priority. My mother was a priority. The Bible says, how can we do all this all in the name of religion and tradition, and we forgot the important message of honor thy father and the mother. My mom had spent everything to send me to school. She had spent a lot. She had sacrificed a lot for us. And when it was time for me to at least give her something every month, I couldn't. But I was taking the money to church. I was so faithful to the church at the expense of my mother. At the expense of my mother. My mother was in a church, and they don't take care of the widows in that church. She'll still struggle from the little she's making, and she'll go and put money in the church. They were not taking care of the widows. I was here earning some money, and instead of me to send her, to ease her, I was religiously sending the money to the church. Sending the money to the church. I'm just trying to find the Bible passage. In hindsight, I think that was not good enough. That was not good enough. I don't have my Bible here because I wanted to show, I wanted to read something about that. That was the mindset I had. Church comes first. We even had an argument in church one day about tithing. And they say somebody now said, I don't know if I was the one that said that, if somebody is dying and really desperate and in need of money on the road, and the person, and you need to go to church, and the person is in a desperate situation for some money, and you had that money in your hand, and you said it's your tithe, and that was all you had, and you're taking it to church. That was it good or was it bad? And you tell the person, I'll pray for you and I'll bless you. And don't worry, the money will come. But this tithe is for God. It's separated for God. This tithe is separated for God. I will go and give it to church. It was a big argument in church that day, And the conclusion was that you don't touch your tithe. Your tithe is separated for God. You don't touch your tithe. You give God your tithe first. Give God your tithe so that things will not be tight for you. Don't that person somehow the person will be okay, but you have to go and give the tithe to the church. That was really the conclusion we came to. Leave the person and go and give the tithe to church. Who do the church give the tithe to? What did the Bible say about that tithe? Was it a doctrine of the Jews or was it a doctrine of the whole church? Tithing is good. I'm not disputing that fact. But if there's somebody that is in need, desperately in need, dying from something, and you see that person on the road, and you pass that person, and you go and give it to the church, there's a cause for question there. Is the church sharing it to the widows? Is the church using it to take care of the poor and the needy in the church? Is the church using it to take care of the society, to take care of the community, to help? What is the church doing with the money? I'm going too far. I'm deviating. That story just came to my mind. If today I was not able to take care of if by